want my picture on the film. I said, I don't give a fuck what you want. This is the fucking street, mate. What the fuck do you think you are? That's how I fucking talk to him. That's how I fucking talk to him. I don't need to be nice. I don't need to placate. I don't need to fucking make sure you're fucking happy, cunt. We're on the fucking street. So what do, mate? Little Islami, you fucking bloke. Slaps the phone out of my face, demands that I fucking eat this, that, and the other. You smashed my fucking phone, you fucking rat. So what did I do to you? I chased your Islamic fucking ass all over Seaford, cunt. You didn't get away with fucking nothing. I threatened you with fucking jail unless you paid me for my fucking phone. Because you ain't getting away with your fucking shit in my fucking house, mate. This is where I fucking stand. And then you want to threaten me. You want to threaten me. Oh, the minute I walk away from the shop, you're going to do this, that, and the other. Come on then, cunt. Don't fucking threaten me in my fucking country, cunt. Let's go around the corner. That's what I fucking said to you, didn't I, you little Islamic fuck? And when you got around the corner, I said, there you go. Now no one's here, mate. What the fuck are you going to do, mate? Give me my fucking money, mate. You broke my fucking phone. Give me my fucking money. Give me my fucking money. Give me my money. I was a cunt. And I ain't going anywhere. I'm going to follow you everywhere. I'm going to make sure I find out where you fucking live, and then I'm going to report you, cunt. I'm going to get the cops down here. I'm going to get you fucking charged up, mate. You better give me my fucking money. Fuck all of you cunts, mate. You think you fucking run the joint. Fuck you. You want to damage my phone, you want to tell me I can't talk about this, can't talk about that, then you want to fucking take my phone. Fuck you, cunt. I'll go out and buy another fucking phone, and I'll make sure I get your fucking ass charged up in fucking court, and I'll make sure I get my fucking money back for my phone. You took me offline for fucking a month, cunt, before I could get back online. I fucking owe you. I owe you, cunts, mate. Ah, fuck, I'm done with these pricks, mate. Done with it, mate. May the Lord fucking bless you, cunts. May the Lord fucking Jesus Christ fucking bless you, mate, because that's the only blessing you're going to fucking get around here. Let me fucking tell you that. Yeah, mate, we're done. The only thing fucking stopping me, mate, is the heat. I'm an old cunt and I don't like walking around in the heat. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I really do. I don't. Mate. It's fucking hot, mate. It's fucking hot, mate. And I hate being out there, mate. I hate being out there in the sun, right? That's the only thing stopping me from walking out the door, mate. The only thing is me. I fucking hate walking around in the sunshine, mate. It's fucking hot out there today, boys. Fucking hot out there today. But I've been watching all these stupid fucking people on their fucking protest bullshit, mate. Fuck all of them, mate. I'm done. I'm done, viewer. I'm done. This is not Australia anymore. It's Israeli Asia Day. This is not run by us anymore. It's run by them. You know, now they've got control how we talk, what we talk, how we can talk it. They got control over your posts. They don't like this, they don't like that. Retrospectives, they can go back into your internet thing. Imagine me. They go back in my history and have a fuck all of you guys. Fucking imagine it, mate. We're going to have the fucking SWAT team here by fucking Wednesday, mate. Fucking SWAT team. Look, man, we don't say a whole lot of fucking nice things, man. We really don't. But there's not a whole lot to fucking say. There really isn't. What do you want me to say? That it's all good, that what you've done is great, and, just ignore everything else, right? Because it doesn't suit what we want to do. No, mate, you're supposed to have freedom. You're supposed to have freedom. If you don't have freedom, mate, to say what you want, even on the internet, or say out there on the street what you want, then you live in a fucking prison. And these cunts will the thing is, mate, they will dictate what we should and shouldn't say, how we say it, our posts. They will tell us what the fuck but we're not allowed to tell them. We've got to have all this respect for them. We've got to have all of this niceness for them. But when the tables get turned, there is no niceness, mate. They tell you what the fuck you can do. So it only goes one way. It only goes the weak-ass fucking white man way. Because we're the racist. The minute you say anything because you're white, it becomes racist. A brown person can say exactly what you're saying, and it's perfectly fine. Once you say it, it becomes racist. It becomes racist to even query them, even question them. Becomes racist now under our laws, under the hate speech laws. And you're not allowed to say anything about the Prime Minister or his great government that we run underneath, because that's fucking whatever the fuck they've got it under. Like, it's ridiculous now, my country. It's becoming to a point, well, fuck all of you, mate. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and if you don't like it, we'll fucking come for it, okay? And the only thing they can do is they'll take you down the station, they'll charge you, and they'll bail you. It's the only thing they can do. They'll bail you with conditions that you're not allowed to go on the internet, you're not allowed to say this, you're not allowed to say that, and then they give you a bail. And it's basically taking you off the internet. You have to remove everything off the internet that they're not happy about. And that's all they're going to do is exactly the same as fucking the CCP, mate, or South Korea, or North Korea, or any other fucking, right? And that's what it is, man. It's exactly the same laws. The same things apply, both countries. Except over here they call it democracy. Over there they call it communism. So it depends what side of the world you're on, mate. Because over here it's called democracy, bro. It's called democracy. It's probably my net, man, because it's blue skies outside. So I'll head outside, okay? I doubt whether it's my net, man. It'll be the fucking people themselves. The actual company. You get blacklisted, man. You get black, whatever it is. That's why we never get more than 10 people in the chat. We never get more than 10 people. Every single fucking one of them, mate. Not more than 10 people, but you've got thousands of subscribers. Okay? You know, there's a reason for it, mate. There's a reason for it. They don't want your fucking words getting out, mate. They don't want the stream to get out. You're not following you're not following what they want. So you get blackballed. You get a lowered thing where you're not recommended in the streaming. You're not recommended, even though there's nobody on stream here. There's no one on YouTube at the moment streaming. But they'll still blackball you. Let me have this, and I'll put a pair of sneakers on, and we'll get out of here. I'll go and have something in Frankston, mate. We'll grab a flag and go into Frankston and see what problems that people are going to give me for having a flag. Because as far as I know, you're not allowed to have a flag. Really? Let's see how this works out. Apparently you're not allowed to have an Australian flag on display. What the fuck, man? I just fucking laughed when I heard that. I thought, fucking great. Let's grab a flag. Let's grab a flag and test that. Okay? Because, yeah, it doesn't seem right to me, mate, on Australia Day. Or any day. So in Australia, we became more draconian, mate, this week. We couldn't get any more draconian than what they are, but we've become more draconian. We've become more of a fucking slave island than you could ever possibly imagine. There are new laws that they've created, mate, and that all of these senators signed on for. You know, just so you understand, viewer. Any one of those ministers that signed that into law are fucking traitors. They're traitors. That's how I look at them. Traitors to the fucking people that they're supposed to serve. They're for mine and your best interests, put it that way. And all of these people, past the laws made, are multi-millionaires. Multi-millionaires with ties back to Ishmael, you know, government ties back to husbands and ties back, family tie-backs to Ishmael. All of them have got fucking on the rort, mate. Every fucking one of them in charge, mate, are all Ishmael. They're all dual citizens. Every fucking one of my own ministers in Australia are dual citizens, man. You can't trust fucking any of them. I've been telling you that for years, but I didn't think it was this bad. I really didn't. I've told you I never trusted these politicians, but I never understood how deep that this shit actually goes. And we're not in control at all. And I've been telling you that for years, right? But this kind of proves to you that you have no control. This proves to you whoever you vote for, it doesn't fucking matter. They're not in charge, mate. Ishmael is in charge. Ishmael is in charge. 0.04% of the population is in fucking charge. They are the ones that write the laws. They are the ones that write the bills. They're the ones that pump both sides and get it fucking passed through Parliament. It had nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with the Australian government, man. Okay, it was already pre-written, pre-done, months before, had it been pumping and pumping on both sides of the fucking government. They wanted this pushed through. They did. The 0.4%. It's in the fucking bill, mate, the first word, anti-Semitic. That's the most important thing, mate. You know, who's in front there? They are. You know, it's to protect them, okay? That's it. So no, man. As long as they remain pure, right? As long as they remain all complete, right? The rest of us can all intermingle. We can all have a good cultural experience, okay? And that's what it's about, breaking society down. Breaking us all down to where we are now, you know, and they're the only pures. They're the only purebred, they call themselves, the chosen ones. They're the only purebred, okay? They're the only ones that aren't because all of us are fucking intermingling and fucking, we love a bit of fucking yellow, I'm yellow, right? Fucking marry the Asians, mate, you know what I'm saying? And we're all intermingled, whereas they're not intermingled. And that's what it's all about, mate, destroying our culture, destroying our country. Meanwhile, they remain fucking whole. Yeah, that's what it's about, man. It's got nothing to do with anything else. And the rest of it, man, they own and control everything through their lobby groups, man. And Australian politicians are fucking cheap. Oh, they're fucking disgustingly cheap, man. You won't believe how cheap they are to buy. You won't believe how it's 100 grand Australian, man. 150 grand for the PM. And that's it. You know, it's a couple of $100 grand at the most to buy one of these fucks. And after that, mate, they invite them over, get them over onto the wall, give it a little kiss of the wall, pledge their loyalty, walk out with 100 grand fucking sponsorship money. And then afterwards, they all end up going over there with wearing their little hat, retiring over there. They're fucking, mate, it's all a setup, dude. The whole thing's a fucking setup, okay? So now these cunts have taken over Australia Day. Mate, I'm old. In case you didn't know, it was my birthday. It was my birthday just a couple of days back, viewer. Thank you for not fucking saying happy birthday, because none of you fucking really know me, right? None of you know me, but you all got to bitch and a moan and complain about me. But none of you actually know me at all. So I'm a year older, you know, I'm a year older. And I cannot be bothered with this fucking shit. I really can't. I'm not interested in looking at Palestine flags everywhere, and apparently that's cool, and Australian flags aren't. Not allowed to have an Australian flag, apparently. And I love how the cops, you know, they give them, it's Australia Day, but they allow them their protest, and they get the two sides on the street, and the cops are in between them. Cops love that shit. Cops love that shit. The government loves that shit. You know, the dividing part of it, because that leaves the government and fucking, you know, on top. They love that shit, dude. To me, it makes me sick. It makes me sick. It's such a fucking setup, it makes me sick. Because if you're going to fight some fucking mug on the other side of the line because he's got a flag, what fucking mug ting-tority have you got, man? You know what I mean? Like, let them fucking do what the fuck they want. Turn around and walk around the other way. We're here to celebrate Australia Day, rah, rah. You know, and then they call it Invasion Day, and they call, fuck all of you cunts, mate. It's fucking Australia Day. If you can't unite under the one flag for one fucking day, then you cunts need to be sent fucking back where you came from. It's as simple as fucking that. You don't like the country, you don't like the language, you don't like the people, you don't like the religion, you don't like this, you don't like that. Fuck right off, mate. Fuck right off. Okay, because I grew up here. I grew up in Australia, I grew up in America. You don't hear me bitching and fucking moaning, mate, because of this or that or the other. I know for fucking sure, if I went to your country, it would be fucked. It'd be fucked, mate, living in one of your fucked up countries, wouldn't it, mate? Going over there, living over there. Wouldn't that be great? Well, I imagine I've got all rights over there, right? I imagine I can protest over there. I imagine I can speak over there, right? Yeah? It's amazing, huh? You come with all of your bullshit to a free country, and then you want to tell that country what they should and shouldn't do. Then they turns out to be the same as your shit country that you left. You know, a fucking shithole. And you want to bring all that crap over here. So no, mate, I'm done with that. You know, I've been keeping to myself. It was my birthday, and I live a pretty peaceful life. I live a pretty peaceful life. I don't bother anybody. I've learnt from the past. I've learnt, man. If I'm on too much and I do too much talking, I get doxed. I get problems in my life. If I come on one every once in an hour, you know, and blow me fucking top, I get away with it a little bit. But coming on all the time, mate, you end up getting they end up getting dirty at you. They end up getting dirty and arky and narky, and then they're on the phone to a third party. Then they've got to call their mates around, and you know, it becomes a whole bunch of shit in my life. So right now I live, a pretty peaceful life across the road from the fucking beach, and I don't really give a fuck about anything. I wake up pretty chill. I have a couple of chongers, and I don't fucking give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Fucking, I don't care what you're doing in the middle of Melbourne with fucking flags and bullshit. I'm too old for that. I'm too old and too smart. And I'm not going to end up on being photographed by the cops and they come knocking on your door later because you're at a protest. Because you're not allowed to be at a protest. You know, you might offend somebody. You might say something. You know, that flag might offend somebody. And that's all it takes, mate, is these fucking rats these days. And it only applies if you're a white boy. If you're a white boy and you look like me, then the shit applies. If you're a brown person talking the same fucking shit, it don't apply. It don't apply. It only applies if you look like me. Then they call it racism. It's not racism if it comes from a brown person. It's really not. The same thing that you said that they repeat from you, yet you're the one that's going to get arrested. You are. So they're not worth it. To me, my eyes, they're not worth it. But if you don't come out and say something, mate, they will dominate. And you'll end up like fucking Europe. You'll end up like England. We're only a few years behind. That's all we are. We're a few years behind, a few mayors and a few council members behind. Once they get the council members and fucking the mayor positions, it's all over. It's all over, you're over. Okay? Yeah, man, here's to another year, Di. Yeah, man. Hopefully it's a better year. Hopefully we get someone in our life that's actually worth being in my life, and I'm not wasting my fucking time, mate. I really do hope that. The only benefit that came out of that, mate, is they were rich. I wasn't rich. They were the rich one with the rich parents and the rich family and fucking, you know, I wasn't rich. That was the only benefit that fucking came out of that. But there was no fucking coochie, mate. So it's not fucking worth it. There's no coochie. You're a fucking monk, mate. Fuck that shit. Oh, no way, man. You got titties and ass passing by you. You fucking can't touch it. You got titties and ass fucking... Mate, this titty and ass would come out of the shower, sit out here in the living room. I'm in the living room, come out fucking from the shower, ask me to take fucking pictures of it, mate. Yeah, posing, click, 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 posing, right? All these fucking pictures, right? Then she'd grab my phone, run into the fucking bedroom, slam the bedroom door, come out 10 minutes later and hand me the phone. Like, who in the fuck were the pictures for? I didn't get to fucking... I don't even get to see the fucking pictures, mate. Like, fuck that shit, dude. That shit's for someone else, man. Those pictures were for someone else. They weren't for fucking me. I told my lawyer that. I said the fucking... I never even got to look at them, mate. I said the fucking... She grabbed the phone and fucking deleted them. What are you talking about? So no, mate. You end up being a fucking monk. Yeah, fuck that shit, man. I'm a monk now, and I'm alone. I'm a monk, right? And I'm happy. Why in the fuck would I want a woman walking around in fucking bras and underwears fucking putting it out there and you're not allowed to go near it? You're not allowed to go near it. You get kicked, you get slapped, you get elbowed. It ain't worth going near it, mate. Mate, after you cop a few elbows into the fucking ribs, mate, you're not going to be touching that again. Let me tell you, you're not going to be going anywhere near that fucking poo-tang pie. That's going to be left alone. Fucking Canada, mate. Yeah, you're as fucked up as America, mate. You're fucking almost done. Then you're almost done, mate. You'll become fucking Islamic fucking phobia over there, mate. Don't worry about that. You're going to be loving the morning prayers. How do you like that, mate? Do you like waking up in the morning to morning prayers? Isn't that fucking great? Hey, 5 times a day, mate, in Canada, they fucking play the morning prayers. You must be so proud, mate. You must be so happy with yourself, man. You know? Like, you know what I mean? You're a much further along nation, mate. They fucking love you, right? No, mate, I'm fucking done with it, mate, you know? I'm done with it, bro. I swear to God, mate, if I had one of those cunts near me running the fucking music, there'd be Christmas fucking... I'd get the big speakers, right, and put on the Christmas music. The best one I've seen is the bagpipes. As soon as they start their morning prayers, the guy's out the front with his bagpipes and just fucking hammers the bagpipes the whole fucking time. And they stop their fucking morning prayer. Like, fuck that. These people are incredible, dude. You see, this is what happens when you give and give and give. You know, they will just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Now these cunts turn up into a church, mate, and they want to fucking do their praying in a church while the fucking sermon's going on. The cunt gets out his little fucking mat, sits down and starts praying to fucking Allah in a church. That's because they have dominance in the area. They have dominance, you see. He's not afraid to fucking... Imagine if you did that in a fucking one of theirs, mate. Imagine what would happen. Yeah? It'd be all out fucking war, right? You're dishonouring their prophet, right? And then you got that fucking monkey on a fucking legs, AJ80 from TikTok. AJ80 from TikTok, what a fucking monkey you are. You want to go threatening a Western woman with fucking... if she fucking offends your great prophet? Fuck, mate, you're really good against women, aren't you? You are really good against women. Like, you really are. They all are, aren't they? Aren't they all? Isn't the ideology great to women? You know, they just treat them so well, right? They speak to them so nicely, right? Because he won't talk to a Muslim woman like that. He will not talk to her that way. He will talk to a Western woman that looks like me that way. That's not a problem. But the guy actually threatened, if you do that. It's all over YouTube, mate. Yeah, that guy's AJ80, and that is how they react to all fucking Western women on TikTok. Okay, you got to be covered up, bro. You got to be covered up. Yeah, mate. No, we won't have any bar of that. Welcome to Australia Day, mate. I'm calling it Israeli Allah Day because it isn't Australia no more. This is not Australia, man. In case you haven't realised, we really are not Australia anymore. We're really, really not. We are run by the fucking small group white hats, mate. We are run by them. They tell us what to do. They write the laws for us before they put into it because they love us so much. They love the goy so much, mate. You know, they write the laws for the goy, make sure the goy stay in line and make sure they do the right thing, okay? And then they apply the laws. They pay a little bit of script, they pay a little bit of money, and then their laws get passed, mate. It's just that simple. It's that quick for these people. A couple of months. It took them a couple of months to get those laws passed in Australia. So now you can't say anything about Mr. Bibi, which is called Malkovich, or something like that his name is. It's not even fucking, that's not even his name, mate. They're so gutless, these people, bro, they change their names. All of these ministers, mate, all of the fucking Ishmael's prime ministers all change their names. Because they're not from there, mate. They're not Semitic or whatever they call it. They're from another part of the world. They're from Europe. So they've got to change their names, mate, to sound more like where they come from, okay, so that they can put you down and, you know, call you anti-Semitic and all of that shit, right? But they've had to change their name, mate, to become who they are. They've had to change their name. Don't you understand? They've had to take on a whole persona, pretending of where we're from and where we're not from. But when you look up their history, that's not even their name. That's not even their fucking name. And then you find out where they're born and where they're raised. Mate, they're raised in fucking Poland. They're raised in fucking Russia and shit like that. They're not even raised on those lands, mate, but they'll sit there telling you they're promised this and they're promised that. So I don't believe any of them. And I really fucking got to a point now where I don't like them. I don't like them, man. I'm sorry. When someone's writing your laws for you, that's how they want you to live, and it's not even part of your own country, bro. Yeah, it's time to fucking dislike the cunts. It's not time to like them. They're writing the laws that you have to live by. Yeah? They don't like this. They're over in their other country and they're watching you and watching what you look at on TikTok, and they don't like it. They don't like the videos that you're watching. They don't like the Gaza things and all of that. How dare you? That's anti-Semitic. So they go and buy the fucking app. TikTok has been bought. We all know that. And now you look up on the control part of it on Google, and TikTok is the most controlled. TikTok is. It used to be the most freest. Right? You'd have all the videos and all that. Not anymore. Not anymore. It's totally controlled. The same as on here. The same as on here. I get reports filed against me all the time, mate, for my streams. I'm not allowed to say this, not allowed to say that. Mate, I'm sorry about that. We live in a free society. Well, we're getting to the point where we don't live in a free society anymore, in case you haven't realised that. We live in a society that's completely controlled. And utterly controlled. Everything you say, everything you do, imagine me in 10 years, mate, when digital currency's out and they're controlling, they've got their 100 points. You can't go here, you can't go there. Jesus, dudes, we'll get to the point I can't even walk in a shop. Fucking, they'll literally fucking be booking you out, mate. You won't be able to buy anything. What did I come in here for? I came in here for a reason. I put some of my jewellery on, mate. It makes me feel better. It's my birthday. So happy birthday to me. I'm 1 year older. And it just coincided. It was yesterday because it's the Australia Day. So it coincided pretty nicely. And it's Lord Dobby's birthday, mate. So if you want to contribute to the stream or you want to send me a blessing, brother, lorddobbyking@gmail.com is my PayPal. Don't send it on here because it takes months and months and months for it to go through the system, and it's of no value to me. But otherwise, I'm pretty cool. I don't really want to wear a watch. This is kind of like my little cupboard. There's not a whole lot, I keep telling you, boys. I keep fucking telling you, and none of you cunts listen to me. Right? You never fucking listen to me, right? So now you're gonna fucking pay the fucking duties, mate, on it, all right? You're not gonna get those rewards that you should be fucking getting, mate. We're at 100 US an ounce today, boys. $103 US dollars an ounce, bro. So no, you should be fucking, if you haven't tipped, mate, too late. You missed the boat. You missed the boat on all of it, bro. My house is all clean, as you can see. We don't live like a fucking shithole, brother. All the counters are fucking clean. Okay, this is how we live, mate. We don't live like a pig, mate. Sorry about my stove. I cleaned up. I did some deep frying and all the crap came out. And I haven't cleaned the stove yet. But I'll get to it, man. I'll get to it. Yeah, man, you guys are getting your things from, I don't know who's deleting your comments. I'm not deleting any comments. They've got, I don't have a moderator. So the computer does it all. Computer moderated. There's no moderator here. No. Thanks for the birthday wishes, boys. I really, thank you very much. Yeah, we got our flag, mate. We've got our fucking Aussie flag. Alright. Put that over here, mate. Might even try and work out something to... Otherwise it's just going to get hot, mate. Put it around my neck, maybe, like Superman. We're like a Superman cape, bro. 1 minute, man. I'll try and set it up. I want to be able to see what I can do. At the same time, I want it to be really hot. So fucking put it in there like that. Maybe that'll do it. We've got our Aussie flag on, brother. It's Australia Day. Let's see who fucking complains about it, eh? Alright, we got a charging thing. Thank you, Henry. Still got that cracking. We've got a bit of power. We'll take the charge thing anyway. What else do we want, boys? Double happiness, $12, mate. I've got the guy down to $12 for cash. $13 on card. $12 thing otherwise, mate. It's better for cigarettes that have probably been there for 10 years, maybe 10 years ago, because no one really buys them. They're sitting in a warehouse, really medically done, yeah. As a grown fucking adult, and I am older today, one year. It's my birthday. Fuck all of you. It's my birthday, man. It's my birthday, okay? My sister contacted me and said, toke harder. It's a special day. Toke harder. She said to me. Fucking my sister, bro. My sister was a real fucking straight up straighty. A total straighty, bro. Like, you got no idea. Now, she's a fucking greenhead. She's just as bad as I am. Now she's gotten older, she realises it, right? So she's fucking worse than I am. And she's in America, so she's able to get it a lot easier, a lot nicer than I can. But yeah. Where's me glasses, man? I didn't have a pair of glasses on. Well, the flag's not going to ring. Oh, yeah. Flag won't remain long like that, mate. It's going to fall down. Okay, we'll have it over our bag. Otherwise it's too hot. Let me see if I can set this up. At least we'll... Got to be able to have the flag on display, bro. Thanks, Dave. No, we're not muted, mate. But I don't offer excuses, mate. Dave. I fucking don't offer any excuses. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I got nothing to lose no more, mate. They've taken fucking everything from me. I've lost fucking 8 years of my life. I've lost my fucking kid. So what? I live alone. I'm on my. I don't know. I'm fucking nothing. I don't know. I'm nothing. I don't know explanations. I don't know shit. You can all get fucked, right? That's how I think about it, Dave. I don't fucking... I'm not answerable to fucking anybody. To fucking anybody, mate. Ever. For my actions. If they don't like it, there's the fucking door. That's how I'm no longer placating to fucking strangers or to fucking people anymore. Don't placate to them, boys. Once you placate to them once... You'll spend your entire fucking life placating to other people and what they want and what they think and how they feel. And the whole time, mate, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't care. The only thing they care about, mate, is the control. The more control they can get over you and your life. That's what they control. That's what they really care about, because they're never satisfied with whatever the fuck they're talking about and what they want you to do and not do. Yeah, it's never satisfied. It's a never-ending cycle. You follow what I'm saying, do you? It doesn't end, mate, with that demand. That demand is like their foot in the water to see what they can get you to do. That's all it is. Will you agree to what they're doing or not? And if you do, then they've got more things for you to agree on. That's an easy way of putting it. An easier way of putting it. Yeah. The more demands you've got, mate, the more fucking. I found it to be a never-ending thing, man. It's just never-ending. You can never keep it happy. Ever, never keep happy. There's always a complaint. Fuck, dudes. Fuck, I hate that, man. Dumbass. Sorry, man. Had a bit of a spill. Lucky it spilled on the pair of fucking trackie pants. Lucky if I could do that. Yeah. Someone mentioned a big fight earlier. The Tongan boys or something. I've got no idea, mate. None. I very rarely have the television on. Sorry, man, give me a minute. I spilled a drink, mate. So I just want to tidy up before it gets sticky. And ants. I've got to watch out for ants, mate. That's better, I suppose. So we'll fuck off into Frankston for a little while. I want to go to the supermarket grocery money now. So I'll get some, I haven't had a coffee milk, probably why I'm a little bit antsy, because I haven't had a coffee milk. And see if I can get something to eat, mate. I wanna eat something. And see if they do anything in Frankston, man. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you, man. Da 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 da. Da, da, da. Great Southern Land. All right, man, I'm going to go. Dave, gotta get fucking motivated, mate. Dave. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, it's a hard one sometimes. You gotta get real motivated, mate. Like, you just can't be fucked, mate. It's hot as fuck out there, man. It's hot. You know, it's hot as fuck. Anyway, I got a little bit of paper. I can buy something to drink. That's what it comes down to, boys. It comes down to the paper. What I can afford to do and what I can't. And I'm not going to plunder anything. Don't ever plunder anything, boys. You know, I haven't plundered a fucking coin, mate. That's what I'm saying here. You know, survive on fucking, I'd rather be broke. I'd rather be broke, mate, than part with anything. Yeah? So, I'd rather be broke. Yeah, I thought so. You always forget the fucking lighter. Oh, there's me masks. I'll put that on later. I really went to work on this one. I flogged the shit out of it. It was all nicey nice. Yeah, it's not any fucking more. I flogged the hell out of it. Right? So I haven't got it on listing yet. I'll put it on listing later. But it's a fucking nice looking mask. I've done a pretty good job, if I might say so myself. Just put a lot of base colours on it, man, and went to work on it. And then left it alone for a couple of days. So you turn this clean into that, basically. I'll have him on list later. That's the Corey that's on listing. You know, buy a fucking mask off me, boys. Lord Dobby 79 on eBay, man. Lord Dobby 79 on eBay. Yeah, buy a mask off me, man. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me cracking away, and I can live this quiet life that I've been living. I don't have to be a big shot, mate. I'm not interested in being a big shot. That's why I don't go on the TikTok a whole lot. Too much attention, man. Just way overboard. I can't even walk down the fucking street, mate. Like I've got people wanting to take pictures with me, bro. I got other people just staring at me. I had these two blokes just stare at me the other day, just absolutely stare at me, scared to, like, I'm an old man, right? But I could tell they recognise me, you know. I could tell they recognise. Like just standing there staring at me, like fucking, mate, it freaked me out a little bit. Yeah, I got asked for a picture the other day as I get on the bus. I got asked for a picture. I can have a picture. Which is never, but that's all from TikTok, mate. That's all from Tiki. So I don't know if that's the attention that you want, because they're TikTok people, mate. Okay, we got the wallet. Make sure we don't walk out without the wallet. I'm pretty sure we got the wallet today, yes. You know, I normally put the wallet in my bag. Today, it's in my bag. And every other time we forget it, mate. Okay, back door's locked up, everything's locked up, yeah, everything. I love my little apartment, viewer. You know, I love my little bit of a quiet life compared to where we were before. You know, under those stresses that we lived before, that negative fucking energy crowd, that just black cloud that walked around the fucking house every day. You know, just totally negative, yeah? Couldn't get a nice word out of it if you tried, mate, if you begged it. You could stand there fucking crying your eyes out, mate, that the thing would just fucking ignore you. So, no, much better life. I got me flag, yeah, got me fucking beautiful Aussie flag, mate. Hope it annoys some fucking bloke out there. Happy Australia Day, Mr. Burt.
Are you taking a flag and a wind down to them black fellas?
Yes, man, I got me flag. That's where I'm going. All right? Apparently they're getting arrested, mate, for Australia flags down there. And they're taking the flag. You're not allowed to have a Palestinian flag's good, but not an Australia Day flag. So we'll see how it works out for it, mate. I'm going down to Frankston, man, have a walk around.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's just how far this current slipped.
Yes, man. It's fucking totally shit. The Prime Minister come out with a new law, man, that it's okay to burn the Australian flag. It's okay, because that's what they're doing at Palestinian rallies. I'm just, yeah, gutted, mate, for the soldiers that died, man. It's a total fucking, it makes they did worth nothing. All the freedoms they fought for and died for worth nothing. Yeah, the government have signed it completely away. And they fought for freedom of speech and freedom. We would have been invaded by the Japs, man. Fucking, eh? Yeah, well, if it doesn't now, it would have now. He's an old war vet, mate, that bloke. He's been through it. You know, that's why he sits back and says, yep, they've signed everything away. Everything that we fought for is gone. And that's an absolute fucking point, ladies and gentlemen, that no one's thought about on this Great Australia Day, is that all those men that died, mate, all those soldiers that went to war, and all those sons and daughters that fucking died in the wars, mate, what do you think they died for? You think they died so that this fucking retard government could just sign our rights away to everybody? Could just sign our freedoms away? You know, sign where we're allowed to protest or not, and what we protest about, and no, we don't like that protest, so it's banned. The government gets to decide what the fuck you're allowed to protest about. How is that a protest? How is that a protest? You have to ask permission. You got to get a piece of paper to say, yeah, you're allowed to protest in this area. You know, everywhere else, no. You know, Australia Day protest, that's banned, but anti-Australia Day protest, that gets a pass. That gets given a thing by the government. They're allowed to do it, and that's facts. That's absolute facts. They pass these new hate speech laws, and you know, you're under threat of arrest, mate. You're under threat of 5 years jail if some peon in a fucking government department decides that they're offended by what you've said. And they're not the ones watching what you're doing, mate. The Jewish lobby is. That's who it is. It's it's the J's lobby group, mate, that pays all the money. They're the ones that are in social media watching everything, watching what people say and watching what they do and if they approve or not. And if they don't approve of it, well, you're going to get a knock on the door. You might face 5 years jail, you know? And that's all it's about, man. You're allowed to say whatever you like about the ideology, but you're not allowed to say whatever you like about the white hats. You must be, it must be on their terms only and exactly how they want it to be spoken. We are in full fucking control here, brother, whether you want to accept it or not. But this is not Australia anymore. It's Israeli Day. That's what it is, man. It's Israeli Day. It is not Australia Day. It's Israeli Day. You know, it's only permitted because they allow you to permit it. You're only allowed to talk about what they allow you to talk about. You know, you can protest about what they allow you to protest about. But you're not allowed to protest them. You're not allowed to say a word about them. You say anything bad about the government, oh my God, Father. Well, that's, mate, you'll get a knock on the door now. It's going to become like England. It's going to become like England, viewer, where they'll come and just knock on your door because you left a comment on an internet somewhere or you've said something in a live stream. There's not going to be many people like me because you'll be too afraid to say something. You're too afraid to say whatever you're fucking going to say is some prick in a government department is going to get offended. Okay? And that's all it takes. And you see, for these fucking low dogs, you see, they don't really want you charged up. You won't go to court. What they'll do is they'll bail you. I keep telling you this. They just use the law to their advantage. They get you bailed with conditions that you have to take down your live stream. You're not allowed to talk about this. You're not allowed to talk about that. You've got to have certain pictures up. You're not allowed to talk about this. And that's what will happen. They'll just take control over your life. And they'll tell you you're not allowed to do this and not allowed to do that. And that'll be for a whole year or 2 years or some shit like that. And that's how they'll do it. They will give thousands and thousands of people these pieces of paper to stop them talking, stop them protesting, Seriously. Hey, you know how my ex, she went down to the cop station and she complained about, me watching videos on YouTube that she wasn't happy with? Imagine if she did that nowadays. Huh? Fuck. There'd actually be a charge, mate. There would actually be something to answer to. Because you're not allowed to talk about this. You're not allowed to talk about that. I'm fucking done with it, man. I really am. I'm done with all their rules. I'm done with all their regulations. I'm done with the fucking government. It's not a government. It's just fucking a puppet regime, mate, that takes its orders from a very small amount of a lobby group. And that's who is the boss. They're not the boss. They're not the boss, mate. They've all got dual citizenships. How can they have dual citizenships, brothers? Let me tell you that shit. Have you got dual citizenship? Because I don't. But they do. They have dual citizenship. Get it in your head. They don't give a fuck about you. They care about their masters. They care about what the masters are thinking and what the masters are going to pay for. How do I keep sweet? How do I keep sweet so that when I leave this office, I'm going to have a $500,000 job waiting for me when I leave? And that's all they fucking do, mate. They cushion their own asses. And I hate listening to these pollies, mate, that are multi-millionaires. Like, I find it offensive. I really do. How in the fuck can you listen to any of these cunts that are on $400,000 a year? That are multi-millionaires. They have 12 homes. Their husbands are billionaires. How in the fuck can you listen to any of these cunts? They don't have any of your interest at heart. And when a normal person like Joe Blow, me and you, walks up to Mr. Prime Minister and asks a question, he won't even answer you. You're not part of the media. He'll just tell you to go away. He won't answer to you at all. Okay? None of these fucking dogs will. And I hope that in Australia, people are starting to wake the fuck up more. They really are. And I really hope that they start to wake up to who they're voting for and who they're bringing into power that I've been screaming about for fucking 10 years. Because all of them are on the rort. All of them, mate. All of them are not worth fucking... They're not worth you getting up, taking a piss, getting changed, going down there and voting for them. They're not worth the piss you take, mate. Don't you understand that? They're not worth lining up for. They're not worth signing a book for. They're just fucking not. and they don't work for me and you. I don't like them at all. I never have. I imagine I'll be pretty soon, because anything that I say on live stream, viewer, you know, any of you little fucking dogs and maggots can go and fucking complain. You can go and complain, my feelings got hurt, and that's all it takes now, because we live in Australasia. We live in Australasia, controlled by the fucking 0.4%, and now they've got their laws governing us. You know? Oh, it's disgusting. It's absolutely feral and disgusting. And you know, stand on here and talk shit. Rights. The rights of freedom, mate. The rights of having liberty in your life and having freedom, and not being told by someone what you can and can't do and where you can and can't go. You know, which is what our government wants. The government just wants more power. More power. Then they'll sign up their digital ID. Then it all goes forward from there. They get exactly what they want, man, because they're only in a short-term thing. They're not there for a lifetime. So they can make up all the rules they want. They can do whatever they want to people's lives, because in four years' time, they leave a multi-millionaire to another better job, and you're stuck with the laws. And your children are stuck with the laws. You know, my children are going to grow up, your children are going to grow up with these hate speech, fucking anti-Semitism and hate speech laws. And they're not going to be able to say how they think, what they feel. They're not going to be able to fucking express themselves. They can't even protest the government. It's illegal to protest the government. Did you know that, viewer? It's illegal now. You've got to ask permission. But it's illegal.
We're with you on that one, mate.
Sorry, man.
No,
just me raving into a live stream.
Sorry.
Just fucking, I'm done with them, mate.
We're the same. We're with you 100%.
I want to go and see if I get arrested for my flag. That's where I'm going.
There's something going on.
Yeah, I'm going into Frankston. I'm going to go and see if because that's what I've been told. You're not allowed to display an Australian flag. So, yeah, this world, yeah, it's not Australia no more. This is Israelia Day. This is Israelia Day, viewers. It's controlled by the 0.4%, our entire fucking country, our entire ministry. Everything that we fought for has evaporated. It's evaporated and disappeared. Okay? We're no longer who we thought we were. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can go fuck yourself. You can get off my fucking live stream. You can unsubscribe. I don't give a flying rat's fucking ass. You don't like what I'm saying. I am not here as part of your fucking political shit, and I can speak whatever the fuck I want. Even if we have these new hate speech and anti-Semitism fucking laws, I don't give a fuck. I am 55 years old, and I know how the fucking law works. And even if the cunts do come knocking on your fucking door, they're going to go on live stream. I'm going to put the cunts on fucking live stream. So bring your blue coat fucking self, cunt, because I'm going to put you on fucking live stream. And the only thing you're going to do to me is bail me. You're going to take me down there, you're going to threaten me, do all this fucking shit, you're going to raid my house, whatever the fuck it is. But the only thing you can do to me is bail me, cunt. Bail me. That's all you can do. You can give me a court order telling me not to go online. You can give me a court order telling me that I'm not allowed to post this or post that. But that's all you can do. You can't, 5 years jail, you can stick that in your fucking ass. All right? I don't give a fuck, viewers. I really don't now, and all of you have got to have the same fucking attitude. It's not just me. You all need to fucking feel the same way. Do you honestly think our soldiers went to fucking war and died so that these low fucking cunts in government can give our fucking rights away? And give away what my fucking grandfather and his grandfather fucking fought for? You know?
Question for you. What's your... Because I hear you're anti-Israeli, I'm gathering.
Yep.
That's where you and I...
Anti-genocide.
Yeah.
Anti-genocide.
That's where you and I part different ways.
Okay.
I'm not a Zionist, but in the sense of I believe in Zionism or anything like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking from a...
I'm talking Zionism.
Yeah, I'm talking from a Christian perspective.
Ah.
Chosen people. I'm not saying that they're all chosen. I'm talking about the Christian Jews, not the Zionists and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
that's the only part. I think 90% of what you were just saying earlier about the politics and the, the rules and the government
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
100% in line. And it's a shame because there's many, obviously, people like you who
People
have
like
slightly
me.
different views on, say, like believing that the Jews are at the cause of all this. Then you have the others who are on the other side. And it's just a shame.
Cause.
That
I never said anything about cause. I never said anything they did this or cause that. All I did is bring up the percentages of what facts are on Google, and that is the facts. 0.04% of the population have written the laws for the rest of us to obey. And they wrote them, they done both sides of the government to get it pushed through, and they are the ones that installed those laws for us. And that is facts. Okay? The rest of it, I don't care. I don't like Zionism. I don't like... like these people don't even agree they're doing a genocide, and you're not even allowed to say the G word now. Like you face 5 years jail just for that.
From a biblical and historical fact about Israel, and going down, and this is where we'll part ways, because obviously.
It doesn't excuse the genocide, bro. It doesn't excuse the wiping out of an entire generation of people or killing women and children, whatever they like, in food centres. It does not excuse what they're going to do in order to get their goal.
Okay, question for you. Do you believe mainstream media?
No, who would?
Okay, so where do you get your facts from?
From actual, other than social media, other than your 7, 9 and 10, okay?
Yeah. Okay, so you try to do your...
Oh, I watch everybody. I watch...
So you look at history.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Validate history.
Yes, I do actually go back and ask the questions why and how did that happen and where it happened and why it happened.
So you understand about the Crusades and the wars and how they came about and why they happened, and how did the Palestinians, the Arab nomads...
It doesn't change what's happening now, though.
But
you can go back in history all you want.
That's where it all stems from.
Well, yeah,
that's why there's this deep division amongst them.
So that enables the Zionists to go in and just kill everybody. Wipe an entire building out for one man.
It's tit for tat.
Tit for tat.
Yeah,
you're fighting against people with stones and with sticks against MKs.
Well, they did when they went into...
that's
Israel,
the difference.
They weren't fighting with stones and sticks. They were shooting them, killing and bombing and throwing grenades and...
But the women and children aren't in the buildings, are they? All the other people they killed, are they? They reckon there was 360 civilians killed for every one soldier. There are 60 to 70,000 innocent people underneath the rubble, and they're going to build on top of it and sell it off.
Yeah, I think
that's facts.
I think from a perspective of saying, like numbers-wise, yes, you could say, it's a slaughter one way. Without a doubt, it definitely was. However, in saying that, if the shoe was on the other foot, I guarantee the Palestinians would have done the same thing. Yeah,
you guarantee this, you guarantee that, but it's not facts, though, is it? Really, if they did this, if they did that, then we just got the first bullet in and such. Like, mate, give me a break. You've got thousands of people killed, and you can't even admit it's a genocide. You can't even admit that. It's not a genocide to you.
Yeah.
See you, man. I don't talk to children. Fuck talking to your children. Fuck you and your children. Well, there you go. That's part of, And you cop that a lot over here, boys and girls. Excuse me. Fuck off, you fucking talk to children. But they can't even admit what's going on, mate. They just want to defend it. So anyway, I don't care if I'm in the right and wrong. I am allowed to have my point of view. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it does not matter. We live in Australia. And of course you'll be accused of all this and you're that, and because you didn't agree with it. You didn't go along with it. You didn't agree with it. How dare you talk about that? How dare you say that? And even when you've got facts, it doesn't matter. You're not allowed to talk about it. How dare you? The chosen ones. Okay? So there's the first cab off the rank, viewer. I hope you're enjoying today's stream. It's not a bad one, eh? Listen, man, lorddobbyking@gmail.com, viewer, is my PayPal. lorddobbyking@gmail.com. I know, I think it's public holiday today, eh, boys? Shit. I didn't know. Yeah, it's public holiday today, eh? Mate, it's hot out here. Let me tell you. Let me get over to some shade, mate, and let me sit down for a minute. Whew. All right, boys. How did we go? What did you think of that? Fucking hell. Yeah, that's straight out of the people's mouths, man. Fucking, no, man, I'm not interested in going mad at anybody or whatever. I'm not like that, bro. You're allowed to have an opinion or whatever. You know, I'm just not interested in... Because they deny everything you say. They deny it. They deny and deflect, mate. They won't answer to it. And even when there's 60 to 100,000 people buried under the rubble, mate, that they're happy to build on top of it and not even think about it. You know, because it goes back to thousands of years ago. It goes back to history. So this is why we did it. Like, it doesn't fucking work that way. History is history. That doesn't mean that you can go and bomb an entire fucking building tomorrow and tell me that, oh, because of the Crusades or whatever fucking happened years ago, that legitimises it. I'm fucking done with it, mate. I'm done with it, bro. Also, they fucked up, mate. It may have been Israel this and Israel that in the Bible. Well, what the fuck did your people do, mate? When he came down from the mountain, you were fucking, you were worshipping the calf. And so he broke the things, man, and you're no longer... That's why you wandered in the desert for 40 fucking years. You don't have a land. You don't have it. You don't have it anymore. You lost it because of that. You worshipped the calf. Okay? You didn't keep faith, mate, so you lost it. No, Aboriginal people totally different, mate. Aboriginal people totally different, brother. They own this fucking place. They were the people here already. You know what I'm saying? They were the people here already, brother. So it doesn't matter what the fuck these people try and tell you, they are the originals. And I believe they were set back the way they are, mate, deliberately by the white man. There's no excuses for it. I'm not going to lay it all candy ass for you, mate. I'll tell you the truth, yeah. That was all done deliberately, mate. No. They were put into the position they are. Deliberately. You know, because the other side had guns. The other side had guns, mate. You had no guns, so, you know, you had to do what you were told, and that's what happened. But other than that, you own the joint. You own the joint. You signed it over. I don't know, you signed it over, you didn't sign it. I don't know how it works, man. But, yeah, I've never put down any Aboriginal person, mate, ever. I've got Tongan stepbrothers. I've got two Tongan stepbrothers, okay? I know they're not Aboriginal, but they're very, very big men. They're fucking huge. So, yeah, no, you know, yeah, I've always respected the cultures, mate. Don't worry about that. I've never had a bad thing to say, mate, about Aboriginal people. I think they got the shit end of the stick, mate, to be honest. And I think they've got their flag, you know, which the government paid $14 million for, by the way. That wasn't even their flag. They couldn't even invent their own fucking flag, mate. That flag was invented by some other fucking government around the world, and the Australian government bought that flag for them, $14 million. So, I don't know what the fuck's going on with you guys, but you can't even figure out the fucking colours of a flag. You can't even put a flag together, all right? The government had to go out and buy the fucking flag for you. So, I don't know where you'd be without them, without our fucking white oppressors, because it hasn't really changed in all these years, you know, they are who they are. But, no, mate, they deserve more. But, you know, they put them into houses, mate. They put them into houses. You know what they did? They dug a hole in the living room through the floorboards. They dug a fucking hole, mate, and filled it with fucking dirt so they could have a fire in the middle of the house. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God, mate. That's what they did. They dug out the whole living room, mate, to put a Koori in the middle of the living room. You know, they're happy the way they live, man. They need more support, though, that's for sure. And it's a shame about the alcohol thing. I don't understand a culture that's so hooked on it, but they are. It's real unfortunate, you know. But I'd never say anything bad. No. Well, they've got plenty of room for new races, mate. They like a new race. You know, just put a hijab on and you'll be fucking great. You'll be all ready to go. You'll be sweet as a nut. You need a hijab on. You need a hijab on with a fucking different coloured flag, mate, and you're sweet as a nut to go. You can do whatever you like. But if you're Australian, apparently you can't. Apparently you can't, mate. You know, you read these hate speech laws and that, mate, and they only really apply to a white boy. They only really apply to someone that looks like me. Anything I say is racism, mate. Anything I say can be construed as hurtful or some other shit I'm up with. And of course, they will complain because we have a generation of fucking and who love to complain about fucking anything, especially to a third party. I mean, we really do have a weak society, you know, who likes to go and complain to third parties, having the third party go over and sort it all out for them while they sit there with a smile on their face, okay? So, and also you're talking, man, or saying something, not everybody has to agree to you. You know, like that guy introduced himself like I gave a fuck whether he agreed with what I'm saying or not. You know, I do agree with everything that you're saying, but you know, this, that, and I don't give a fuck. That's the thing, viewer. You've got to stop giving a fuck what other people want you to fucking do, say, and fucking think, okay? You just be the fuck who you are. Otherwise, well, it's much nicer in here, nice and cool in here, viewer. Otherwise, viewer, you're going to spend your entire life worrying about what other people fucking want all the time. And talking, you'll only talk what they want you to talk. That was about getting me to stop talking about what I was talking about. You know, I agree with everything, but this, you know, I keep reflecting back to, mate, it doesn't matter what's going on, it's what's happening today. Okay, you can't hit me with you know, what happened hundreds of years ago, and that it gives you the excuse to go and do what you're doing. You're still a Zionist, so and they can't seem to find the difference between a Zionist and without the difference, and they accept it. They think it's great. They think it's normal. They think because, you know, they were promised 3,000 years ago or whatever that it's okay that they're doing what they're doing, and it's not. It's just, I don't know how to. But that's how I feel. That's my opinion. You know, am I allowed to have an opinion? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I'm allowed to have an opinion that differs from other people's opinion. I think all the opinions have to be the same. Okay. No idea. I don't know. I made for an interesting few minutes until I've heard enough. Sorry, man, but the voice is like, you know, that's all I hear. You know what I mean? They all sound the same. You know, they all got that fucking same voice. You know, and you can tell straight away, mate. It doesn't matter what you say to this bloke. He won't say that genocide is bad. He won't say it. You see how he wouldn't agree with it? Because in their mind, it's acceptable. It's acceptable. You're allowed to go in and do whatever you want to go and do. Yeah. Especially because we are who we are. You know, we are the chosen ones. You heard it come out of his own mouth. You know, like they're proud of it now. They're upfront with it now because they have so much power. They're not afraid of talking out loud because they have the power. And they know the minute you say anything back to them, oh, that's anti-Semitism and anti-this and anti-that. And you'll most likely get a visit. You'll most likely get a visit because they don't like you saying that, you know? They don't like you saying that. Apparently you're not allowed to say it. Apparently, yeah, I don't fucking know, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm pretty much done with their fucking laws and their regulations and you know, how they want me to think and feel, and, you know, there's a perfect example of it on a live stream right there for you.
This
So we'll see how we go.
Frankston, stopping all stations direct to Frankston.
Fuck, it's hot, boys. Go to the shopping centre for a little while. It's too hot, mate, for me. It is too hot. Where do you get your information from? Because it's not on 7, 9 and 10. That's not on the media. Anyway, man, keep running through my head. Because that's what they do now. They make a phone call and rah, 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 rah. Run their mouth. How afraid they are or whatever. And even the children feel entitled enough to ask an adult question and judge him and ask me questions. Fuck off, mate. I don't speak to children. I don't speak to children. But anyway, that's the world that we live in now, ladies. We live in a world that's not Australia anymore. I don't believe it's Australia. I grew up here, and this world has completely changed. The whole country's fucking changed. Everything that I grew up with, all the rights and liberties that I had, mate, are gone. They've been stripped away. That's facts. We have new laws now where you're not even allowed to talk your own opinion. You're not allowed to have what you want to say. You know, you've got to keep your mouth closed in case you offend somebody else. So there's self-regulation now. Everybody has self-regulation. So we're walking into a prison. We're walking into a prison created by somebody else, created by a foreign country in order to keep us tied down. And that's what I don't like about it. That's what I don't respect about it, is the laws weren't written by us. They were written by another country in order to govern what we say and what we do. And that is in every Western nation. They've tried to have these laws put in. And I find them disgusting, viewer. I find them absolutely feral and disgusting, because you know how I am with the soldiers. You know, I have my poppy shirts and I go to the soldier march and I do all of those things, you know, to support the soldiers. And I find it disgusting, mate, that they are just going to sign our fucking shit away without even thinking about it. What do I do with them? What have I fucking lost him? Did I put him down, did I? No, I didn't put him down anyway. Damn it, boys. Where's me sunglasses, mate? Fuck. You gotta be kidding me, man. Fucking hell, man. Far out. So I've lost my sunnies, mate. Fuck. Damn it. Sorry, man. Bit upset about that. Maybe that's what the kid was trying to tell me. Shit. Damn it, man. I fucking always lose my sunglasses, boys. put them down somewhere or something, did I? Can you remember, Stream? What I did with them? I don't know. I can't afford them, man. I can't afford to buy new sunnies, man. I thought it was free today. Isn't it free today? I thought it was today, because it's Australia Day. So I just presumed that it was. Well, Frankston don't change much, full of fucking coppers everywhere. Nothing Australia Day here. I don't know. For a walk down the shopping centre, man. The streets are pretty quiet, to be honest. This is Frankston, viewer. Right, so let's get away from it, get back to the stream. You know, what do I see for the future? I see a fucking joint, man, that's going to grow up full of rules and regulations, brother. In full control of everything that you say and you do. Anywhere you go, anywhere you think, they don't like it, they'll come for you. You know, any opposite opinion that they don't want to put on, man. And that's why he's asked me, where do you get your information from? Because that information's not on 7, 9 and 10. Okay, so where do you get your information from? You seem a little bit informed, okay? And they don't like that. They don't like you to be informed. They don't like you to have information that's not being given to you by them. You must be given to you by them. And that way it's approved media. And you're not going to hear any of that from the approved media, are you? You know, you're going to hear just the same talking points that are in every other country. That's why they're all convinced that exactly the same talking points saying exactly the same thing. And you're not allowed to say anything about what's actually happened. That didn't happen. Those videos don't exist. You know, you didn't see what you're looking at. You don't know what you're looking at. And ignore what you're looking at, right? What's this place made? A Korean barbecue. That's fun. That's new, brother. Korean barbecue. Mate, God bless Australia. God bless Australia on a hot day. There's nothing better, mate, than Australia on a hot day. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing better than a hot day in Australia, brother. But we are heading down into a path now where our laws and how we live and everything isn't even written by Australians, mate. It's written by a foreign group. It's written by a foreign embassy. It's written by foreigners, mate. And they decide how you can and can't talk or what you can and can't say. You know, for me, that's disgusting. Our own Prime Minister, mate, is so worried that there are laws now protecting him, you know, and you're not allowed to say anything against the Prime Minister. you know, because he's protected, you know. It's anti-government, mate. And fuck, what country do we live in, mate? You know, we don't live in Australia. We live in Israeli Asia. Israeli Asia, mate, is the country that we live in, brother. We don't live fucking in the country that you think we do. Okay? I just came here for the coffee milk because I have to come all the way into Frankston, mate, in order to just get this one type of coffee milk. And everywhere else it costs me a fortune, man. So I may as well come in here and get it and then do a live stream because thank you for your gifts in PayPal. I appreciate you. That really does help me. You know, $10 here, $20 there. It helps, brothers. So thank you for that. lorddobbyking@gmail.com is the PayPal, mate, if you wanted to contribute to the stream and give the old man a little bit of food money, a little bit of shopping money these days. In Australia, you go, mate, just walking into the supermarket. I'll get a loaf of bread while I'm here. Oh, it's a public holiday. That'd be from yesterday. Wouldn't be from today. Yeah, man, $3.80 for 4 muffins, mate. That sounds good. We'll get a packet of them. And that's what I believe will happen in the future. And the only information people have, mate, are on 7, 9 and 10. And that's it, mate. They've blocked everything else on the internet. They've taken all the other... anyway, you'd normally look it up, mate. They've taken it down. So all you can get now is double espresso. You can't even get intense. Oh, here we go, mate. We've got intense. This is the best coffee milk, yeah. Intense, mate. You've got to get it. Alright, we might get 2 of them, mate, just because we're up here. We'll get 2 of them. Alright. We are. We'll get 2 of them, mate, because we've got a little bit of gifting in the PayPal, mate. So we get 2 coffee milks and chocolate chips, mate. So I don't think we're heading into a good thing in Australia, mate, over the next couple of years. I think there's going to be a complete reset on the stock market. I think all of the dollars are going to die, especially the American dollar. Whether it's now or in 12 months or whatever it is, it's still going to happen. And once that happens, mate, gold and silver will become the new norm, and that's when all of you are going to be fucked. Like truly, truly fucked. Okay? So, am I looking at this correctly? 180 grams for $4, 30%, 180 grams? What's that? This is 380 grams. So 180 is this one. That's still expensive, though. I'm only buying food, man. I'm only buying shit that I actually need. Lollies and whatever are extras, bro. You know what I mean? Like they're extras. It's not food. Chocolate bars are $1.50 today. That's not bad value. But there's no far out, dude. It's $5 for 140 grams of Maltesers now. $5, mate, and it's 140 grams. Do you know how fucking small that is, man? It's like 2 handfuls of Maltesers, brother. So we're not buying any chocolate. No chocolate this week. That's incredibly expensive. Like incredibly expensive. How you doing, Zeddy? I hope you're well, man. Hope you're happy today. I hope you're kicking along in life, mate. I'll see if there's any chicken wings, mate. Yeah, man, it's not Australia Day. It's Israeli Arla Day, mate, today. Israeli Arla Day. Okay? I mean, I figure if they're going to write the laws for us to obey, then they're going to tell us how we should live and what we can and can't say and how to talk. You know, I don't understand why we call it Australia anymore. We should just call it Israeli Arna Day. because it's not Australia Day anymore, it's Israelia Day. You know, they write the laws, mate. They tell you what you can and can't say and what you can and can't do in this world. They lobby both sides of the government. They get their laws passed in order to govern us. You know, the free people, right? You're free, right? You're not free, brothers and sisters. You live underneath their rules, mate, and regulations. You're not allowed to say this, you're not allowed to say that. You've got to make sure you only say what they ask you to tell you to say. And if you don't, they'll give you 5 years jail. It's as simple as that. If you don't do what they tell you to do, you get 5 years jail. Like, that seems fair. That's fair, okay? That's fair. You know, there'd be a little Zionist out there, mate, just smiling about that, because he loves that. He loves that. How dare you say anything, right? I'm going to make sure you go to jail. I'm going to make sure. You know, I don't like what you've said. You know, I don't like what you've said. Apparently it's against the law now to even criticise the government. You know, you're not allowed to say anything against the government now. You know, that's what's in their laws, man. Sorry, I got some chicken wings because I want to get some dinner. Okay, that's enough now. Oh, that's enough, mate. I can't carry anymore. So, in my eyes, mate, I believe Israeliana is dead. I believe this country is dead. It's over. It's finished. You know, if you need to know anything in your life, just look up the local lobby group, and they'll tell you what you should and shouldn't say, and what you should and shouldn't do. And you know, it's a wonderful world, mate. You know, dictated by a very few, with a lot of backers. And you heard them come out of their own mouth, man. They don't see any problem with it. In fact, why are you even talking about it? You know what I mean? Like, how dare you bring it up? You know? I completed the checkout, and then as I'm packing my bag, I packed it on that, and I run my tea bags over it. And you follow?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
You see it's on there.
Whatever.
Yeah. I double tapped it. Yeah. If you don't tell them, mate, they'll fucking tackle you as you go out the door, brother. Or this green thing here, it won't open. Yeah, I don't fucking... I'll just kick the fucking thing, mate. Like, I'll just kick the motherfucker, dude, I swear. I fucking... You know? So you're better off to tell them, man, so you don't cause any problems. At least it's cooler in here, man, than it is outside. So we've got a little bit of dinner there, viewer. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I just buy groceries. Anything else? There's no rubbish, mate. But that's what my normal Israeliana day is, mate. I've lost faith in my country. I've lost faith in the people. You know, I really have. And the minute that you say anything You know, you're declared this, that and the other. You're the one that's given a name. You know, they'll call you this, that and the other to keep you quiet. And even when you hit them with facts, they still don't want to hear. So over in Australia, mate, we have these new laws that have come in. And, you know, I never thought a whole lot about it until I looked into it. Because the person was trying to make me look like a fool, you know. What information have you got, you know? Where do you look up your information? So that they can try and deny you, mate. But the videos are there. The stories are there. It's all there. It's recorded. And they'll still sit there going, no, how dare you, you know? That's anti-this or anti-that if you talk about it, or even show the videos now. That's why there's no videos on TikTok, man. Because it's all controlled. It is absolutely controlled, and we have an e-web person here. What do they call those people? You know, where they watch everything you put on the internet. We've got that lady. So if you make a comment or you put a comment on whatever, and they don't like it, well, they can come after you for it. And I find it atrocious, viewer. I find it absolutely atrocious that in today's current age of 2025. That we've regressed this much in our freedom. It's like all of these people that you look at, mate, they've forgotten how they got the freedoms they've got. They've forgotten how they actually got them, man. You know what I mean? Like, people died for their freedoms, mate. It died for their right to be able to do what they're doing. What the fuck happened to my sunglasses, bro? Maybe that's what that kid was talking about. I don't know. Maybe I dropped them on the path. Stupid, man. I must have put them on top of my bag somewhere. Yeah, this is Frank, so I'm just getting here to have a rest, ma'am. I'm really hot. Just having a rest, mate, that's all. But soldiers died for these rights, mate. That's what pisses me off, is that actual soldiers died for the rights. And our government have just given them away, just signed it away in order to placate, you know, a very small minority. And apparently their Prime Minister's coming to visit, mate. Their Prime Minister's coming to visit, and they don't want anybody protesting or saying anything against their Prime Minister, which I find amazing. You know, an actual war criminal, bro, is able to walk free, you know. And that's not their name, mate. It doesn't, you know, I don't care, man. It's not their name. We all know that's not their name. You know, they changed their name in order to sound more like the role they're playing, basically. But they're not actually, you know, from there. All right, I can't afford anything in here, mate. I just buy my groceries and go home. And somehow I've lost my fucking sunglasses, mate. God dang it, boys. So that's basically my Israeli a day stream for you today. I don't know what you're expecting, but I don't agree with any of it, mate. I don't like it. And that's nice. But we've all got to live in it, mate. We've all got to live in it. Whew. I've still got some power left, man. That's good. So anyway, man, I hope you got someone in your life that loves you. I really do. That's going to be the hardest thing for you to hear. And that's actually real and not fake. You know, you can actually believe a person without knowing that they're lying to you. So I don't know what you think about these new laws and what you think they're going to do to affect your life in the future. But it's not looking too good, eh? I'm pissed off about my sunglasses, bro. Fuck. The fuck did I do with them? Frankston, mate. I head home, man. Cost me a pair of sunglasses, mate, coming out today. Fuck. Fuck. Really sad what's going on with ice in America at the moment. That's pretty fucking full on. I thought it was free today, man. I thought it was free because it's Australia Day. Ooh. It's hot, boys. It's fucking hot, man. Might go to the beach, boys, eh? We'll go down and have a swim.
Welcome to Metro. This is a service to Laverton, stopping all stations direct to Laverton.
I'm sitting in the air conditioning right now, mate. It's too fucking hot. I'm in the train. So I'm just going to rest, mate. It is way too hot for me. Apparently this week it's going to be like 47 or something like that, 42s, 47s. That's what it is going to be this week. It's going to be really hot in Melbourne. It's better that I live across the road from the beach, but it's a bit hot for a go for a walk. I came online today because people asked me to come online. So that's what I did. Other than that, I don't have anything to complain about or whatever, mate. Like before. Nothing like that, mate. I guess some shopping and go home. Try and stay in the cool. Wonder what happened to my sunnies. That sucks. See, that's not a very good thing for Australia. No, I'm born and bred here, mate, and this place is fucked. It's not Australia anymore. It's Israeli Ana Day. It's not Australia Day. It's Israeli Ana Day. We're not governed by us anymore. We're governed by a very small minority that writes all our laws and gets them passed through government on both sides, gives them money, and if that doesn't work, gives them dual citizenship. So it gets passed, and if you looked into it, you'll find that they're all dual citizenships. All of them are. All the ministers, they're all dual citizenships, and they're all getting sponsorships from Ishmael all the way through, and they pushed on both sides. And that legislation was sitting on desks maybe for months beforehand. It wasn't just written. You know, do you really think the Australian government is clever enough to write that kind of paperwork, 147 pages in less than 2 weeks? Of course not. It was already written. It had been rewritten, pre-written beforehand, months and months before. They've been pushing on both sides of the government to get it through. And that's why the first word of it is called anti-Semitism and hate speech bill. It's not to protect me and you. It's to protect them. Any kind of comment, anything that they say, anything they don't like, they can have you up now for 5 years jail. So all of those videos from 2 years ago, everything that we learnt, yeah, they wouldn't have been on any social media. They wouldn't have been available like they are now. Like there's no Gaza videos, there's no videos anymore because it's under full control now. It's under full control. And it's like over here, mate, you know, 0.4% of the population writes the laws for the other 99% of it to obey. And that is the facts. And they don't like that. They don't like it. So then the government now banned you even talking about the government. You're not allowed to talk about the government, apparently. So, you know, Albanese's not a cunt. Albanese's a great guy, okay? They're all not cunts. They only look out for you. And this is to quiet dissent, to quieten people up, to quieten them up. And if they don't self-regulate, which most people self-regulate, they don't even make a comment because they're too worried about what other people are going to think about them. So they self-regulate. And then whatever's left over, well, they get shut down. You see, the cops just come around, mate, they arrest you, they don't put you in jail. They just give you a bail. And the bail is that you're not allowed to go on the internet for 12 months. You're banned from the internet. You're banned from this. You're banned from that, okay? And that's all they want to do. They just want to tie you up in court for the next 5 years and keep the bail extended so that you're not allowed to go on the internet. You're not allowed to say what you want to say. You're not allowed to have any contradictions, mate. And that's why that guy, the first thing he said this morning was, I approve of everything that you're saying, I just don't approve of this, this and this. And you're like listening to the guy like as if you give a flying fuck of what you approve and what you don't approve and what you do and you don't like and what you agree with and don't agree with. As if it matters to me. As if it matters to my viewers and what you think or feel matters in my stream. Because it doesn't. It doesn't. And even when you say to them, mate, what about this and what about that, the videos and all that, oh no, that didn't happen. Have you ever read up on the Crusades? Like, what kind of an answer is that to genocide? You're asking the guy about genocide and he wants to talk about the Crusades, because hundreds of years ago this happened and hundreds of years ago that happened. It's got nothing to do with the situation at hand. And all the countries are getting the same laws. All of us are. Every single Western nation is getting these laws because they're all controlled by the same people. They're all controlled by the lobby groups. The 2 lobby groups in every country. They're the ones that are in charge. Because they're the ones in charge. They're the ones giving out the money, mate. They're the ones doing the sponsorships. Okay? And then you look it up even more, and these people are dual citizenships. Mate, I don't know about you, but I don't want a government that's governing me that's a dual citizen of another country. Okay? It doesn't seem like their loyalties are with Australia. Their loyalties aren't with me and you. Okay? It's second-rated, mate, compared to the loyalty of their dual passport. And even that guy's talking to us, and you know what I mean, and he's like, he wouldn't admit the G word, mate. Wouldn't admit the G word at all.
This is service to Flinders Street, stopping all stations direct to Flinders Street.
It's quite sickening, to be honest with you, from my age group. Okay, it's quite sickening, man, because soldiers died, mate. Wars were fought, mate. They were fought for those rights. They were fought for the liberties. They were fought. The men died, mate, for those liberties. And those liberties have been signed over. They've been signed over, mate. They no longer exist. The soldiers died for nothing. They died for zilch, mate. Everything they died for has been given away. Signed by a government, mate, by a weak government that isn't even part of me and you. They don't represent me and you. I mean, it's got to be evident, it really has now, that there is no politics. It's not left and right. It's the same bird. It's the same wings of the same bird. And it doesn't matter who you vote in, the same laws will be passed. All of those politicians that voted in the hate speech bill, you do realise that they are traitors, They are traitors, mate. They're not Australians, mate. They're traitors. They signed away our rights and what we are as people. They signed it away, mate. And they signed it away under the disguise of anti-Semitism, mate. That's what they signed it away as. And, that goes to tell you who controls you, who writes the laws. Who writes the laws controls you. Our government doesn't control us, mate. Our government asks permission, mate. That's what it does. It asks permission. You get permission first. Yeah. So it's a bit sickening, man, from my age group. It's my birthday today, by the way, viewer. It's my birthday today. So happy birthday to me. It's my birthday today. And it made me reflect, mate, on my mates that have died, and my grandfather and stuff that died in the war, and they really died for nothing. Our government have basically given everything that they fought for away, and it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist anymore, man. The diggers and all of that, what they died for, it become useless, because of a stroke of a pen. No more free speech, no more free anything. You're not allowed to have a comment they don't like. You're not allowed to post anything they don't like. You're not allowed to have a picture that might offend them. Like, they've got a lot of control, man. They've got a lot of control, and they can get you just by when you're talking to them, because they can get you on there. They're offended at this and they're offended at that. But you're apparently not offended at anything that they do. You're not offended at them, but they're offended at you. It's funny how that works, viewer. It's funny how that works. It really is. It's funny how that works, Okay, I can't be offended at anything they do, but
This is a service to
everything you
Flinders
say and
Street,
do, they're
stopping all stations
offended at.
direct to Flinders Street.
I mean, I'm just walking along talking to you on the phone. You seen how the guy was. He chased us down on the path, and he wants to give us an earful on what he agrees with and what he doesn't agree with. Like it really matters. Like it matters, you know what I mean? He's got to get his point of view across, right? And even when you hit him with facts, man, what about this, what about that? Oh no, well that happened hundreds of years ago. No, that happened last year. That was just last year, mate. You know, and you know what makes me funny, mate, is you want to build on buildings, you want to build on land that has dead people under it. It's a cemetery. All of Gaza is a cemetery. There are thousands and thousands of people buried underneath the rubble. And they'll just come along and build on top of it, mate, and not even blink. You know, they won't even think about it, mate. They'll be taking their families on holiday. You know what I mean? And to them, it's all righteous, brother. It's all righteous. I don't know, man, but Australia's got to wake up. You know, the rest of the world has to wake up because we're being governed by a very small minority. They are the ones that write the laws. They put the laws in. They govern the laws, mate, to tell you, me and you how to live. And that's what makes me fucking sick about it, mate. And when I go to the War Memorial, I go and see my friends, that makes me feel even more ill. Look, none of them have got any rights, mate.
Seaford.
Everything they did is gone, finished. Everything they fought for, everything they died for, mate, is worthless now. And that's what makes me sick, bro. You know, this whole generation, mate, are a bunch of pussies, bro. They've never been to war, they've never suffered, they've never gone without. We have a generation of entitlement, just entitled fucking numbnuts walking around everywhere. And if you offend anybody, you're going to do 5 years. All that, viewers. Welcome to Australia, bro. Welcome to the fucking real world, brothers. You know, you're so sick of the motherfuckers, right? And they all look at you because you're carrying a flag around because they're not even fucking Australian, mate. They're not born and bred here. They don't fucking live underneath our rules, man. But they want to tell you how to live and what you shouldn't do and shouldn't say and all that fucking shit. You know? Like, mate, I'm done with it, mate. I really am placating to people. I advise you to be the same. You know, stop placating to these fucktards, mate. You know, these fucktards on $400,000 a year, mate. That's what I can't fucking stand. I wonder what happened to my sunglasses, man. I really do. Fuck, I must have dropped them on the path. The kid must have picked them up. I don't know. But that's life, viewer. What'll happen in the future? Well, the place will go to shit. The place will get run over by fucking one group ideology or it'll be governed by the other ideology. Either way, Australians suffer, mate. We're suffering. We certainly aren't getting any better in our lives, mate. That's for fucking sure. We're not doing any better in our lives, mate. We're doing worse. We're doing worse, mate. We're heading into a bad thing in our lives, man. You know, the dollar crash, the currencies are about to crash down. They're going to fucking devolve, mate, down to nothing. Be left with gold and silver as the base of the currency, bro. And then everybody will be broke. Everybody will be broke, bro. It'll be worse than it is now. If you think it's bad now, it'll be worse later. And fuck paying them for their fucking buses and trains everywhere. Fuck all that, dude. I ain't paying them for shit. Yeah, it's not called public transport for nothing, mate, okay? I've got to get these groceries home, man. I've got chicken in the bag. Why does Trump want Greenland? Who knows what the fuck's in Trump's mind, mate? Trump is a fucking, you know, I've got no idea, mate. I'm not American, I'm Australian. I don't actually give a fuck about what Trump's doing. I don't actually care. I don't give a fuck. Trump wants everything, bro. You know, Trump wants everything, man. The first thing he wants is the resources. He doesn't give a fuck about the people. I know that for a fact. He doesn't give a fuck about any of the general public. He cares about millionaires and billionaires, mate. He cares about the money. You know? He's the kind of bloke that doesn't have a problem building a casino and high rise on top of dead people bodies. You know what I mean? He'll build a hotel over in Gaza without a problem. So what does he want Greenland for? Well, it's very strategic. Apparently he's feeling very threatened by everybody, just like they feel threatened by everybody, and everybody around them's got to be, under their control, or are they going to bomb it? That's exactly what Ishmael. That's exactly how they act. I know it's the end of NATO. I know it's the end of all of that bullshit they've got going on over there. I know it's the end of all of that if he does do it. And the only thing I can think of, because Trump is money, it's got to have money involved in it. And the only thing I can think of is its resources. There's resources there that he can claim. That's all. I can't think of anything else. And the strategic part of it, there's already enough military bases, man. America's got fucking so many military bases, it's a joke, right? So that's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care what Trump does, mate. I'm not American. I don't actually care. I'm caring about all the illegal immigrants that are in America, and he's trying to get rid of the illegal immigrants and so forth. I care about that. But the way they're going about it, mate, hiring people that aren't qualified to wear a gun around their waist and to shoot people is, that's wrong. That is completely fucking wrong, mate. There's just something not right there. They're around, and then you look into it, and it says, the guys, he went to the protest. He was armed, and he went there fully armed and rah. You approach officers and they can see you got a gun, but they took the gun from him, man, and then they shot him. I don't know what to tell you, man. They've got a lot of untrained people with guns. Okay, untrained, and those people are very, very dangerous. Untrained officers with guns, very, very dangerous, okay? I wonder what happened to my sunglasses, dudes. Fuck's sake. I think it's the only pair of sunnies I've got. Fucking hell. I really hate that, fuck, every time I go out it costs me something, bro. And I'm fucking broke as fuck. And it cost me it cost me a pair of sunglasses today. Oh my gosh, Father, bro. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the birthdays. I appreciate it. Thanks for sharing the stream. I appreciate it. Somalis have gone fucking completely rogue in America. They reckon it's up to $19 billion that they've stolen so far through all of their fraud. $19 billion, man, has been funneled out of America. It's insane. And these foreheads, man, why do they all look the same? Sorry, but they've all got that same moon head, right? Always got that same look about them. And then you find out that they all marry their first cousins. Yeah? They all marry their first cousins. I must have dropped them on the path. I must have dropped them. I thought I put them on the top of my bag with the flag, right? So I must have put them on top of the bag and they must have fallen down somewhere. That's the only thing I can think of. Man, fucking retard, swear to God, man. To lose a pair of sunnies. Anyway, thanks for supporting my streams lately, viewer. I appreciate you viewing my stuff. Thanks for watching an ad, I appreciate that. Not, clicking through everything all the time. And thank you for your, your odd thing in PayPal. I appreciate that. It gets me motivated to go down the supermarket and get some groceries. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone anywhere today. I would have stayed home. So I appreciate that. I hope you have a good day, viewer. I hope you're with someone that loves you, and that you're feeling loved. Because this world doesn't have a whole lot of love in it, mate. It really doesn't. My little echo, Daddy's little baba, Daddy's little Gil. Daddy loves the echoer, Daddy misses the baba. One day Baba will find Daddy, and Daddy will be here. Yep. One day she'll find me, boys. One day she'll look me up. Mate, it is hot, boys. It is. It is a little bit hot, mate. Thoughts on aliens? Well, what do you want to know? What do you want to know, mate? You know, are they real? Of course they're fucking real. You know, where are they? Well, I'd say they're in Antarctica, and they're underneath the ocean, is where I'd say they are. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's where they are. They'd be underneath the ocean, man. I remember watching some video on YouTube years ago, and just off the shores of different countries, there's like huge cliffs right off the shores. And they don't know they don't, like the guy saying, look at this, look at the size of it, look at the entrance, you can see the entrance here. You know, this could be possibly, you know, one of their bases, There are a lot of reports when they were out that they flew over the ocean and went into the ocean, So I believe that. They don't want nothing to do with us, mate. We're 50 to 100, 200 years behind. Whatever technology they've got, we can't even duplicate it. There's a channel on TikTok, man, that deals in Mexican artifacts. And see if you can find it. Because this guy's unearthing stuff that's just incredible. You know, alien statues, alien stuff that lights up. You put this thing on it and the whole thing fucking lights up like a light. But there's no power source. And they're trying to work out how it powers up. But to think we're not the only ones, or we're the only ones, or whatever, is just ridiculous. That's just stupidity. Out of all the thousands of planets and stuff like that, there's got to be other civos, but in order they can't get in here, man. You know, they can't get into where we live. You know, that's why we can't get out. They can't get in. It'd be the same thing. You know, there's no going up there, man. You get up to a certain point and the rocket explodes. That's just facts. So, you know, people say we live on a dome, or we live on a planet that's circling the sun, doing 90,000 miles an hour, flying through the galaxies with a whole bunch of planets flying around it, and it's just continually flying through space. You know, or you've got the dome, which is stationary, same planets, same stars every night, the same thing every night, or you've got that version. It just depends what version you want to believe in, mate, really. You know? What I do say to you, mate, to prove it to yourself, is look up the patents for compass. Look up the patent for a compass. Okay, just Google patent for compass, patent for aeroplane compass, and read it. Read the patent. Because it states quite clearly that this invention is for a straight, non-spherical planet. Like it says it, as part of the patent. You know, it tells you that it's made basically for a dome planet. You know, a stationary planet. Whereas if it was made for a round planet, it wouldn't have that on it. And that's what will convince you of the planet that you live on, is the actual patents of the instruments they use to fly around on or with. And that's what convinced me. And that it's all bullshit. I can tell you that now, mate. Whatever you've been told is all bullshit. We have been told nothing but lies. Our entire life, we've been told lies. Nothing we have been told is the truth. Everything is a fucking lie, especially if it comes from the government or it comes out of one of their books that have been regurgitated over the last 10 years. And they rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it. And, each time it's got less information and more bullshit in it. And that's the same with history. There's an entire history, man, that's gone, been wiped out. It really has. All you've got to look up is pictures of 1800s buildings on Google, 1800-year-old for year 1800. And look at these buildings. They're founded. They're founded. So they found them. They didn't build them, they found them. Yeah? So, there's a whole civilization that happened before we even came along. And something happened, man. All around the same year, 1860 or 1830 or something like that it was. And it all happened around the same year. Everything just disappeared. Everything got wiped out. Mud floods, bro. Mud flood. They came in and flooded the whole fucking joint. And then there's places in China, dude. There's a huge lake. And that was man-made lake, right? You think, oh, wow. But if you look up the history on it, it's to bury 1,300 temples and land. 1,300 different sites were buried underneath this lake. So they instead of investigating the past, they flooded it and buried it because they didn't want anybody to look back at the technology and how those people lived and how it was back then, because it's a lot better than it was now. They had electric cars back then, man. They had these things that people would stand on that would hover above the ground and fly. Like, these are all facts. These are Tartaria technology, Tartaria buildings, and it's the truth. And all this stuff is just coming out. People are starting to listen more than they were before, because before people like me were just laughed at. You're just laughed at, man. And then it's only a few years later that the information comes out that proves you were right. But you'll get laughed at for years just by disagreeing with whatever the fuck everyone else is agreeing on. They'll all laugh at you until it's actually on the TV or it's in front of them, And then they won't apologise. They'll just laugh about whatever else you're talking about. They'll laugh about the next subject, Always have a free thinking about it, boys and girls. I do try and tell you things, and not many of you's listened. I told you about the metals. I told you what was going on in the metal market. I told you that 4 years ago. You had 4 fucking years, mate. And not one of you's bought a single fucking ounce. Not one of you. It's like talking to the fucking wall. And you'll sit there laughing at me and, you laughed at me, man. You made fun of me. My ex-wife laughed at me and made fun of me. Yeah? What do I see in the future? I see the whole joint going to shit. I see them crashing the whole fucking dollar, crashing the American dollar, totally wiping it out, making it worth even less than what it is now. Gold and silver will rise. The higher it rises, the more quicker your American dollar will die. And I would start to worry if I was in America, because all of the countries that backed you up and lifted you up and gave you the wealth that they did through their bond buying and bond issuing, they're no longer doing that anymore. They're not supporting the American government anymore, and they're not buying your bonds. Okay? So once those countries stop buying your bonds, mate, and they start cashing them in, that is when all that debt is going to come home to you. And it'll come home in the way of inflation. Everything is about to get a whole lot more fucking expensive. Japan have dropped their bonds, look it up. China, mate, 2 or 3 years ago, they had hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of American bonds. And now they've got none. They've got none. They have sold them all. And they sold it all for metal. They took that worthless bonds that were worth fucking nothing with the American dollar and bought metal, gold and silver. That's what they bought. So they traded in all that debt for gold. And all the other countries, all the BRICS countries were doing the same. You know, it's a matter of when they can get to a point where the loss on the bonds won't matter compared to sinking the dollar. You know, they won't do it all at once. They'll do it all slowly. But their countries now are not using the American dollar to buy anything. You know, the commodities, the oil, the gold, all of that stuff, the wheat, the barley, all of that stuff used to be bought in American dollars, right? Yeah, that's not anymore. They're buying it with gold and with their own commodities they're buying it with. So they're not using the American money. And once that stops using it, dude, and also the oil nation, you know, whatever it was, that UAE or whatever it's called, yeah, they didn't sign up for the new contract. They didn't sign up. So America's not the only one, you know, the protection, that's what they had, was, you know, the oil must be sold in American money. Yeah, they didn't agree to it again. That fucking deal is over. It's finished. So, you know, they don't have that anymore. That's going to go. And that'll be over the next six to 12 months, that'll start kicking in. So that's why gold and silver will fly so much. It's not so much of the corporate use, but it's also the dollar devaluation. You know, the inflation that comes along with that money. That'll also make gold and silver pump and will crash the dollar. Crash it down so hard, man, you got no idea. So gold and silver will become worth all this, that and the other. But then who are you going to sell it to? Who in the fuck is going to buy $600 silver? Who's going to buy $500 silver? You know, who's going to buy $6,000 gold or $7,000 gold, $10,000 gold? You know what I mean? There's not going to be any shops for you to walk into. You're not going to get many private sales, are you? Because you're just charging whatever the spot is. But that person wants to buy cheaper than that. You know, they want to walk out and tell themselves they've got a bargain. All right? So, I don't know who you're supposed to sell it to at that price. I really don't. The only choice you've got is to hold. Just hold, man, hold. Because once they've crashed it all, the government will come in and seize it. The government will come in and seize the assets. So they'll ban metal. They'll come in and say that you're only allowed to own a certain amount of it. And the rest of it they'll confiscate, or they'll want you to hand it in. They'll ban it, they'll make a law against it so you can't have it. So, you know, you might be allowed 500 or 1,000 ounces, and over 1,000, then you've got to hand it in. And that'll get all the big boys. And then after 6 months, they'll make it all, you know, 500 ounces. You know, it'll get confiscated, and then they'll get them hung in, and they'll get it all the way down to 100 ounces or 50 ounces. You know, then you've got to hand it in, get confiscated. And people will wonder, oh, they can't do that. How are they going to do that? You know, because you bought it all through, you know, SD Bullion or Atmex, or you bought it through one of these companies, and it's all on computer. Every transaction is on computer. So they know exactly what you bought, when you bought it, how much you paid for it. And they'll just come in and take it. You know, they're already doing that in China, whether you know that or not. Yeah, viewer, they're already confiscating gold or silver, really, in China. But only the really big boys. You know, like there was people like me and you that were stackers and stackers and stackers for years. And this old man, he had accumulated 1 ton, 173 million ounces of silver. You know, legally. He bought it legally. He paid tax and everything on it. And they found out about it, dude, and they came and confiscated everything from him. They confiscated everything from him. So 1 ton from him alone. And that's facts. In China, that's facts. So right now they're just hitting the rich. They're hitting the ones that they know that have got a big holding. And because it's become a strategic metal. A strategic metal. It's no longer just a metal or a monetary metal. It's a strategic metal. So the government can come in and take it. They can come and take it from you. So that's what I think will happen in the future. You know, when it gets down the track, the only thing you're going to be able to use it for really is for bartering and for trade, because it'll be worth a lot in trade. Not to barter with, because it's physical. Yeah. So it'll give you good bartering. Whether you want to go in and sell or not and put yourself on a computer somewhere, that's up to you, because you'll get a knock on the door, buddy. Okay, good chance of that, all right? All the people going to the beach, mate. It's freaking hot, mate, let me tell you. Fuck, it's hot. Whew. Yeah, happy birthday to me. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yes, that is my stream, ladies and gentlemen. I do appreciate you. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and thank you for your time. I do hope you've enjoyed today's stream. It hasn't been too much of a pain for you. You know, please enjoy your day. I hope you stay happy, healthy and well. And I hope you got someone in your life that does love you, that it's not all bullshit and fake. And I do hope you got your kids with you, or you see your children and you're able to be a dad. And I do wish all the good things for you. Stay happy, healthy and well always, viewer. It's a beautiful day in the neighbourhood, a beautiful day to be a neighbour. Won't you be mine, won't you be mine, won't you be my neighbour? All right, if you want to support the stream, lorddobbyking@gmail.com. That's my PayPal. Thanks very much for your time. Oh, it's hot, boys.